this Christmas. Hey everyone, my name is Benita G. Welcome to Vlogmas 2024. Can you believe that we are almost at Christmas? But can you believe that 2024 is almost gone? So I know some of us are hanging in there. This is the last week. You've done the testing, you've done the 9 weeks testing, you've done your tri-weekly test, you've done some standardized testing, trying to see did the kids learn anything, what is happening, where are we going, and then you're trying to clean your room, throw the parties or the uh, or the gatherings. Have your student and faculty one. Have your administrative team. You're trying to do Secret Santa or Secret Snowflake or whatever you want to call it, or you're not doing anything. You're just trying to make it through. Here are some ways that I want you not to fight against the festive spirit. And we talk about collaboration and community. This is where you really can do some community building exercises in your classroom, in your school, in your building, on your floor, on your team. First thing we want to talk about group projects and problem solving. This is one of those times when I would get creative as an educator. Yes, I teach English. Well, I taught English. I'm always going to be an educator. But I also had like a homeroom class. And then, after you finish testing, like, what are we doing? Like, and they still come to school. So they're still there. And so this is when I would do like silly games. I would throw out some Legos. I say build something. I would throw out some Play-Doh. And yes, middle schoolers and high schoolers still like to play with Play-Doh. I would give them a challenge. Each team, you have to come in, whatever color nail later you get, that's the team you're on. Yes, eat the nail later. Okay. And then they have to come up with using a bag, this brown paper bag, whatever's in the paper bag, you have to design a house. Or whatever's in the paper bag, you have to come up with a skit about whatever you want to. This is team building, and then sometimes I give them a little rubric. It's normally a piece of notebook paper or it's on the board, and it has to be like everyone in the group has to say one line. It has to be one sentence. Everyone in the group has to um, put that touch three things to help make the activity. And then what they don't know is that at the end I let them they grade their group. So you can only get an A, B, or a C. That's a past that because you want to boost grades. And yes, it is a graded assignment. It is a classwork assignment. And this is how we build class communication, collaboration, and culture. Okay, so that's the first thing we're going to talk about today. All right, that's your first tip. Here's your second tip. All right, peer feedback and reflection. So remember how I said at the end they have to grade their team and it's an A, B, or C? It's really simple. It's really simple. They sit there and I have like a checklist. So I already told them the things that I wanted to see. The person has to touch three things to make the project. Everybody has to have a sentence to say in it. And then I have like something else like, was this person really engaged? If not, why? Or sometimes it's a checklist. Do you think they were having a rough day? If so, then we won't take any points off. Do you think that they were really engaged, but they're still learning to come out of their shell? Simple things like that gets the peer feedback and it gets the student buy-in. And it also lets you know how well they know each other. Because what we do know is that middle and high school, they do travel together depending on how your school or your district is set up, and they do know each other. A lot of times I've come into districts and I've gone into teaching. These kids have known each other since like kindergarten, fifth grade. And here I am as an eighth grade teacher. So they do know each other. Walk around the room, take pictures. Take video. And the reason I say that is not for you to put on your Instagram or your social media, unless that's what you want to do. And then if you do, kind of blur out or make sure you have the agreement. But what they do is the next day, I show it in class. And they're like, oh my God. And if you don't know how to do that, DM me and I'll tell you how to do it. Really quick. It doesn't take a lot. And I just use my phone and I record them and then I do some commentating or you can still use things like TikTok to create the video and don't post it, but you can save it and then upload it. So we'll talk about that later. And if you don't know, because you don't know how to do that, just DM me and I'll help you out. And the last thing to do in this for this vlogmas today, because we've been talking about collaboration and community, the last thing we want to do is we want to celebrate group success. And so that's where that video comes in. We joke, we laugh, we celebrate each other. We go, look at, oh my goodness, look at how great you guys are. Or look at, okay, you did. I have proof that you did do something. I'm gonna send that to your mama. Yes. That is how we do building. And the reason I wanted to talk about it this week, today especially, is because we're getting towards the end. We're getting antsy. And I used to tell my students, as much as you're ready for a break, so am I. So let's be careful how we speak to each other. Don't touch each other because we're all getting antsy and we're ready to go. And we're anxious and nervous for different reasons. Some of us are anxious and nervous because we're going to have a great break, and some of us are anxious and nervous because our break is not going to be that great. Either one, we still are going to honor those emotions and we're going to honor those feelings. Okay, so let's do a quick recap. Oh my God, I love it. I'm so excited. I just can't hide it. Well, I'm not good with hiding it. So today's Vlogmas, my name is Benita G. I'm the Education Concierge. We have been doing Vlogmas 2024, the Education Concierge version, which means Monday through Friday, all the way up until Christmas Eve. That's going to be our last one. And we're all going to take our break. And I'll start Tips and Tools Tuesday and Thursday back up in January. We all come back for the new year and the second half of the school year. We are talking about collaboration and community building. And I wanted to talk about it because these are our last couple of days as we get ready for break. And this is the perfect time to work on that and building that culture in your classroom. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to do some collaborative projects and problem solving. If you're a math teacher, do a real life situation. Talk about Christmas, the Santa don't have enough money, and he maxed out his credit cards, and what is he gonna do? Or talk about you only have $1,000 and you have six siblings, and what can you do? Problem solve. Get them thinking. Let them talk it out. Give them some Monopoly money. Here's a Sears catalog. We don't have those anymore. But here's the Target and here's the Walmart, and get online and give them some scenarios of the siblings that they have and all of the things and the bills and everything. Problem solve as a community. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to do the team building. That's part of the team building. We're going to do peer reflection and feedback and review. How did we do? Did they do a good job? Your credit card is maxed over $500 plus you spent 1,500. Oh, you went crazy. What can we do? That's real life problem solving and it's team building, and I love it. So we're gonna do peer feedback, reflection, give them the honest answer. Remember, everything's a grade. We want to boost grades so they can on the lowest grade they can get is a C. And I just let them know you get an A, B, or a C. That's it. That's it. That's it. The next thing is the last thing is you want to celebrate that group success. You want to be like, hey, yes, I got it. It's going. Y'all good it. And then what I do is I do little videos and I show it because that helps celebrate group success. And you know the type of students we have, they love to see themselves on video. Or they don't. It's a private video. Once we finish, they see me delete it. Sometimes I may put it on my social media, depending on how I have recorded it and what we do. So if it's like a lot of pictures of desk and the activities and not a lot of kids, or sometimes I can blur the kids' face out. I may use it on my social media, but a lot of times I don't put it if I'm getting faces and they're in the screen in the shot. My name is Benita G. I am the Education Concierge. Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah is coming up. Happy Kwanzaa. Happy New Year. If you don't celebrate anything, I am so glad you made it this far to be able to take a break and to rest and recuperate. Continue building those relationships this week so we can take a break next week. I'll see y'all later. Happy Vlogmas!